Because establishing and maintaining full range of motion and mobility is a key component in making sure our program is successful and improving posture, one of the big parts of Core Complete is performing off-day mobility circuits to make sure that all the areas that could potentially affect or kind of restrict the core are mobile and are kind of getting the things that they need to be able to breathe properly. By the same token, this is going to help people to feel better, to move better, and just generally to be happier in daily life. And that's we find that that's a good thing. The way we do this is through a progressive mobility circuit that incorporates self-massage techniques, which I'm about to demonstrate. So we're rolling kind of the trigger points and the lesions that form along the muscle, kind of a cheek massage, followed by static stretching to kind of stretch the muscle out to lengthen it, followed by a process of what we call dynamic mobility, where we're actually moving the muscle in and out through the range of motion. So that three-step process, self-massage, holding in a stretch, and then moving actively through the range of motion, is going to ensure that our muscles are supple, they're able to move, get into kind of these contorted positions that we utilize in our core training system, and that we really get the most bang for our buck possible. Now the first step in this is what we call self-massage, right? I've got just what we call foam roller here. This is pretty common now, but this is a great tool to utilize. And we take them through our standard foam roller routine. What we're going to do is focus on the areas that are really, that get knotted up or that directly affect the core. So with that, we've got the hip flexors, the front side of the legs, we've got the hip rotators, the butt, and we've got the upper back muscles, and then we've got the chest and that sort of thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the roller here, roll along each of these areas about 30 times, so 30 rolls up and down. All right, I'm going to turn on the front of my leg, do the same thing. I'm going to get my armpits. Okay, I'm going to hit my upper back. All right, by the same token, I'm going to take this tennis ball and I'm going to sit on it for about a minute on each side. It's kind of getting away from me here, but just let it sink in. And just let those trigger points to press a little bit, lengthen those knots. All right, from there, we're going to incorporate some key stretches. All right, so for my upper back, I've got a prayer pose. Okay, so I'm just holding here, just trying to breathe deep. We've got a pigeon pose for our hips, or hip rotation, kind of the back side of the hips here, holding in this position. All right, for the hip flexors, front of the legs, we have a sideline quad stretch. So I'm just trying to pull my heel on my butt, extending my hip forward, and I'm holding each of these stretches for around 60 seconds at a time. Finally, we're going to reinforce this, our last kind of circuit here, with dynamic mobility exercises. So for the front of my hips, I'm going to do what's called Spider-Man, bring one leg way out to the side, try to touch the ground, come up and down. For the back side, I've got a rock back. I'm just pushing my heels into the ground and coming forward. Right, and then for the upper body, I've got what's called a wall slide. So I'm going to press my back into the wall here, slide up and down, just like that. And again, we kind of perform these back to back in an interval format. So like in our fitness video, we would have a foam rolling portion, a stretching portion, and then a dynamic mobility portion, which is performed but with an interval kind of format. So we do one exercise for 50 seconds, move on to the next. But it's a great progressive way to lengthen the muscles, to get everything stretched out, and it's something that we incorporate here at our gym with our clients with great effect.